and I'm here today to do my very first Top 5 Wednesday of 2017 and of my booktube career. I really love watching Top 5 Wednesday videos. I just have never taken the plunge to make them each week, and so I thought that I would start doing that because it's fun. So the topic for this week is to pick your top 5 underrated books that either just don't get talked about or used to be popular and you just really feel like the popularity needs to come back. And so I picked 5 books, and they are in order of 5 to the number 1. And so the first book that I want to talk about is a series, and that series is the Ruby Red trilogy. This is the second book, Sapphire Blue by Kirsten Gier. And I just really I've only read the first book, and I really liked it. It's about this girl whose family has a time-traveling gene, and then she starts time-traveling even though she wasn't supposed to, and stuff starts to happen. And it was just really intriguing. I felt like it was a good take on time travel. I really liked the rules that were set about it because, Kitty, I'm busy here. I know, Tiger. I know the world revolves around you, but right now I need you to be quiet. Kitties. Okay, so yes, I think that time travel is definitely a slippery slope if you don't have a lot of rules in it, and so I think that she does a really good job of setting up the rules for time travel, and it just is really interesting. So I'm looking forward to reading on in the trilogy, and I just think more people should read these books because I think the writing is great and the story is interesting. So if you haven't read the Ruby Red trilogy, I definitely recommend it. So Ruby Red trilogy, this is the second book, Sapphire Blue by Kirsten Gier. So the book that comes in at number 4 is actually an author. I would recommend any of her books. She is an auto-buy author of mine. She's one of my favorite authors of all time, and she's also just one of the nicest, sweetest people that I've ever met, which makes her books even that much better, is when, when you meet an author and they're like not very nice, you're like, okay, well, I still like your books, but and then you meet someone that is just so welcoming and you just like, I want to read your books all the time because you're just an amazing person. So who I'm talking about is Tamara Alexander, and this is the first book in her line of books, and that is Rekindled. This is the first book in the Fountain Creek Chronicles. Now, you can read all of her books as standalones. You don't necessarily have to read them in order because their stories start and end together, but I do recommend reading them in almost chronological order. The Fountain Creek Chronicles is, I believe, the oldest. It's set in the oldest, farthest in the past, I think. I could be wrong, but I would definitely recommend starting with the Fountain Creek Chronicles and then moving on to the next one that's set in Colorado before moving on into her historical fiction novels that are set in Nashville, which I absolutely love those as well. But if you are just wanting to dive into Tamara Alexander, I definitely recommend the Fountain Creek Chronicles to start with. And I just love her writing. She's fantastic, so definitely recommend Tamara Alexander. So the book that comes in at number 3 is a book that I actually haven't seen anyone talk about, except I think like a year and a half ago I saw this in someone's haul video, and that's the only time I've ever heard anyone talk about this book, and that is The Humans by Matt Haig. And this book, I read this last year with my husband, and it was brilliant. It was fantastic. It's about this alien who has come to Earth and has taken over a human's body because this particular human is this mathematician that has come to the point where he has almost broken the mathematical code to the universe, and this alien race does not want the humans to have that technology and that knowledge, and so he is supposed to come in and destroy that and destroy anyone that has heard, including his family, about this mathematical equation. And then the alien falls in love with his family, his Earth family. And it's the first part of it is just hysterical. So funny. It's about, a guy that is just like this alien that has no clue about why humans, wear clothes and why they eat, and there's no social reasoning in his brain of why things happen the way they do. And then just the second half is very heartwarming about the human condition, and it is amazing. It's so brilliant. And so I definitely recommend this if you are looking for a good adult science fiction novel. It's definitely geared towards adults, I would say 18 or older, just because there are some more graphic scenes in the novel, but it's an amazing book. So if you're looking for a good science fiction novel that really touches on the heart of the human condition, definitely pick up The Humans by Matt Haig. Moving on to number 2, and I chose a series for this because I couldn't just pick one book, and this is one of my favorite series of all time. It's fantastic. I just rave about it, and that is the Firebird trilogy by Claudia Gray. The first book being 1,000 Pieces of You, the second book 10,000 Skies Above You, and A Million Worlds with You is the finale of the series. And let me tell you, it is fantastic. If you love science fiction, if you love some fantasy-esque type things, I definitely recommend this book. Overall, I love this series. I cannot sing its praises enough. I definitely think if you like young adult and you like science fiction, you really should pick up the Firebird trilogy by Claudia Gray because it's fantastic. Fantastic. Don't know why you haven't read it yet. Okay, and then the book that comes in at number 1 is definitely a book that needs a lot more attention. A lot more people need to be reading this book because it is phenomenal. It's amazing, and it's coming from a debut author, and I just think that more love needs to happen on authors that are making their start in the writing world, and that is Insurrection by Katie Carter. First of all, can we just get some love for this amazing, amazing, amazing cover? It's fantastic. So this book is a science fiction, young adult science fiction novel, and I absolutely loved this book. It was in my top 10 of 2016. And I just loved this book. It was so phenomenal, and not enough people are reading it. You need to go read it. It's out on ebook. You can't get it in physical copy right now. So ebook, go buy it, read it, and tell your friends to read it because it's phenomenal. If you're looking for an amazing science fiction adventure with an amazing, strong, adventurous female main protagonist, like, you need to go pick it up because it's just fantastic. And more people just need to be talking about Insurrection by Katie Carter. So that wraps up my top 5 of books that just don't get enough love. And guys, I definitely recommend any of these books. If you have any more questions of why I love these books, let me know. Let's talk about it down in the comments. And you should go buy all of these books because they're fantastic. So let me know some of your books that just don't get enough love. And guys, I hope you're having a great reading month, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye! Go buy Insurrection by Katie Carter. It's amazing. You won't regret it. And go buy A Million Skies Above You. These books. Just go buy them. Just go buy them. Or use your library.